Chris Steele here at Steel Frags. Tonight we're going to review Banana Republic's 78 Vintage Green. So, I picked this fragrance up a few months ago at Burlington, and I noticed that you could get that actually have quite a few of these at the rack stores, these Banana Republics in the Icon line. And I picked up this one, the last one I reviewed, which was Tobacco and Tonka Bean, and then a few others that I'm going to be reviewing soon. But this one is a really, really nice spring fragrance, to especially as a starter. Could even be somebody who's just getting into like green fragrances or closer to the fougere kind of smell. This would be a good pick for them. So let's get into the notes. So in the top we have green leaves, bergamot, and mandarin orange. In the mid we have green tea, fig, jasmine, and magnolia. And in the base we have vetiver, musk, and cedar. Now I don't know what half of those things smell like on their own. And it's even harder to figure out what they would all smell like together just from looking at the notes. But I'm going to spray this and I'll tell you what pops out the most for me. So as you can see, decent atomizer. All right. So you definitely get green leaves in the opening. It has a very fresh green smell. And I happen to like fresh green smells, especially when I just want to have something that takes style up a bit, dresses, when you want to dress up just a little bit, you want to take your style up just a little bit. Something like this is great for that because it's not so loud and obnoxious and there's not so much going on that it distracts people from, your conversation and the way you dress or however you carry yourself. But at the same time, it does deliver a strong statement with that fresh, dark green kind of smell that you get. It has a sense of experience. A little, I don't know, for me, this one, I don't know what it is, but it might be the vetiver and the green leaves and that flame magnolia, but it's almost spicy, but not peppery sort of, or maybe a fresh green pepper, that kind of spicy. Very nice. Now this one, I like it, but I'm not thrilled with the pepper performance. I love the scent. I love the way this smells. But it's just not come to see this in my area within like the first 3 hours it was instant. It's a very close to I can see myself using this on days where I don't necessarily want to smell like the cologne guy, the smell good guy, but at the same time, still smell good in an intimate setting. I just don't want to be, the dude with the sign in the middle of the room, like, hey, look at me, I smell good. That sometimes you just want to have something to where you can throw it on, not think about it so much, know that you smell good, especially if people get close to you, but without, giving people headaches or sinus infections, you know, just having some fragrance etiquette. Okay, so in the base, they talk about vetiver, musk, and cedar. There's definitely vetiver, there's definitely cedar, slight muskiness. So the base is pretty spot on Fragrantica. Fig, I don't get fig. there's really not a whole lot of sweetness in this. The whatever sweetness is in the green is covered up almost by a spicy kind of thing that's going on. There is some citrus up top with the green leaves. So I give the fragrance connotes 8 out of 10. Pretty accurate. So if you go on Fragrantica, you look this up. The notes are fairly accurate. The only ones I don't really get are fig, uh, jasmine, everything else I get. But the fig and the jasmine, they're kind of non-existent. There's really not a whole lot of sweetness. This is um, very gentlemanly. I would even go as far as to say that this is mature without being old manish. This is this is a way to really set yourself apart in the sense of something classy, something that is inoffensive, something that is clean, but at the same time do it in a way where it's not so stuffy, it's not so rigid or closed off, if that makes any sense. This is something that's very versatile. um I know I just said that it has a mature vibe, but even if you're a young guy, this this would add to your mystique, in my opinion. This would make you seem like a young guy, but a young guy with depth, a young guy with potential, a young guy who's going places, a young guy with his head on straight. It just kind of gives you that kind of vibe of somebody who's very confident, very skilled in what they do. They say what they mean what they say. They don't beat around the bush. It's a very straightforward fragrance, and it just gives off the vibe of you give the impression when you wear something like this, especially if you're dressed up. You wear something like this, you go out dressed to impress. It gives the impression that you are very professional, uh, very classy, and at the same time, you have a bit of personality, which you can't go wrong with that. So if you want something that's inoffensive for the office, definitely this. This is not going to piss people off. You will not, HR will not come with the SWAT team and battering ram knocking down your office door. You will be okay. Susie Q in the cubicle, all the way in the back, she's not going to be like crying and having allergy attacks. So I will say this is pretty work safe. If you are working in those kinds of conditions, this is work safe. Um, like I said, longevity isn't much, 3-4 hours maybe for me anyway. It might be different for you. Projection is very light, about 45 minutes of projection, and then becomes a skin scent. Stays a skin scent. Sillage, I don't really get a whole lot of sillage. But then again, it's different for everyone. But I don't really smell it when I move too much. The only way I really smell this one is if I go like this. But it smells good and it's inoffensive. So, and it's about, if you go to the rack stores, which I encourage you to do if you like these kinds of fragrances like Banana Republic and stuff like that. But Banana Republic and Calvin Klein and stuff like that, like the more accessible, the more entry level designers, I would say go to Burlington, Ross, TJ Maxx. If you're in the South, Bells, Burks, whatever they got down there. Um, Go to those kinds of stores because they're gonna always have stuff like this, like the Banana Republics. You're gonna find this every time, and I found every single last one of my Banana Republics at Burlington. Well, no, not Burlington, but between Burlington and Marshalls, I found pretty much at least 70 to 80% of the icon line. So I will be definitely coming with more reviews. I did review Tobacco and Tonka Bean. That one is really, really nice. That one's a little less office friendly. That's more of a date night fragrance. I have Neroli Woods. I have Leather Reserve. I have Pure White. I have Metal Rain. What else do I have? There's something else I can't think of. Anyway, I have those. So those will be making I will be making a review on those pretty soon. But yeah, if you see this one out in the wild, don't be afraid to pull the trigger. It's fairly cheap, running about $20-$25. Sometimes they have it for less. I actually got tobacco and tonka bean. I actually got that one for about $16 or $17 at Burlington because it was marked down at the clearance. So it was a complete steal. You might find something like this. Oh, and another thing I want to mention real quick. Definitely pick it up if you see it, because this, I heard a little birdie. Little birdie told me, now this little birdie may have Alzheimer's. This little birdie may have some kind of mental issue going on. But the birdie told me that vintage green is no longer with us. It is discontinued. So if you see it out in the wild, you might want to pick it up before the price starts going up on it. Anyway, um, yeah, you guys have a great night. If you like the video, like it, hit thumbs up, comment if you would like to chit chat, or if you would like to just say what up, and subscribe if you like the content, because it does help. Helps the algorithm, it helps the word get out, helps the world become a better smelling place. That's what the mission is here: make the world a better smelling place. And I'll be able to come out with better content with more subscribers. So anyway, yeah, you guys have a blessed night, and I'm out of here. Peace. See you in the next one.